Welcome to part 5 of the blood tutorial, and in this one we're going to be discussing episode 3. Normally this is going to be your go-to first episode that you're going to be running with, because any episode order is fine for runs and missions, and yeah, you want to be going for this one because it's the worst one with the most tricks, so you can get the bullshit out of the way immediately. It's going to be a longer one because there's a lot to go through, but we'll see how concise I can make it. And yeah, I'll try my best. Anyway, let's get right into it. First up, episode 3. Mission 1. You're going to be SR40ing down the street, pick up this TNT. And you want to aim your TNT here on the wall. There's a hidden crack here. Normally this opens up with a script happening up there, but we can just open it up with a TNT. You want to wait for the explosion to happen, otherwise you're going to take damage here from this explosion. So you want to really keep close to the right here on the wall, like that. You want to pick up the fire armor, the TNT, and the basic armor, and you're going to be making a TNT jump up to the window here. Normally, you're going to kill the cultist because he has the dagger key that we need to finish the level. Normally, the TNT here is going to blow up the window for you. Ignore the zombie. And then just drop down. Then there's this crack on the wall that you want to TNT. TNT boost up there, and that's the end of the level. I'm going to show that real quick once again. Come down. TNT. Start SR40ing. Turn. Throw it on the wall. 6 damage here is fine. Kill this guy, jump out. Try to throw this TNT in the middle of the crack. Otherwise, there's going to be some explosions happening that are quite late. This only happens on the DOS version and Blood. It doesn't happen on Fresh Supply, so just keep that in mind. Try to throw it at the middle of the crack. Otherwise, you might get unlucky and you get blown up when you're about here midair and you just, yeah, you have to restart. Anyway, finish the level and that's it. Alright, next up, E3M2. When you spawn in, there's a TNT case right there. Immediately grab it. Dodge the butcher. You can get stuck on this guy sometimes. If you feel like you're not confident in your HP, there's armor here that you can pick up. TNT boost up here, and then open up the secret to pick up the jump boots. When you fall down here, strafe immediately to the left, because on this cutting board here, there's a life essence that you can pick up. Just jump through here. You can use these tables to give yourself some additional speed. As you can see, kill this guy. He always drops a life essence. And then here comes a door clip. You can do it from this side, but there's actually a pretty simple setup. You just stand in the corner here, find the shadow, line up your crosshair, and just SR40. Oh well, okay. Turn more in a little bit. And there you go. Ignore these cultists, and as soon as you get the clip, cook a TNT and throw it at this napalm turret thing. This door usually opens up by its own, but I recommend tapping it yourself because it's quicker that way. For these switches, you just want to flip the left switch once, and there's this secret path. You can use this cultist, by the way. Jump off of him. Or if not, you can just use the jump boots. And here's a secret pathway you want to find. Jump down here, and that's the end of the level. Alright. So far, this is nothing. Because next part coming up. Thankfully, this level here, E3M3, is possibly the easiest level in the whole run. But after that, everything is just going to go to shit, so. You have a little bit of breather here. Jump up here, pick the armor. If you go for the hard route on the next map, remember to kill this cultist right here, because he drops health every time. But anyway, pick up the fire key, jump up here, and end the level. Jump over... Thank you, Caleb. Jump over the Hellhound. I'm gonna make a save here myself, so let's call it E3 and 4. Just like that. so that I have a save to go back to, because there's going to be a lot to explain on this level. So let's start off with the easy route. Pick up the shotgun here, burst through the door, pick up the napalm here, and the medkit and the voodoo doll in that secret there. So this start basically allows us to have a napalm here, because we picked up a napalm launcher. That's going to help us kill Cerberus on the last level. Also, we picked up a medkit. We're going to need that too later, because we're going to be tight on HP management. And also there's this voodoo doll yet again, which is going to help us kill Cerberus. So this is the easy route. The other route that you can take is just busting through this door here and skipping all of that stuff, which is 5 seconds quicker. But, well, you're obviously going to be missing out on the napalm plus the voodoo plus the medkit. So I recommend going through here if you're going for the hard route, because for the hard route we're going to be compensating the voodoo doll loss by picking up another voodoo doll just in a different spot, in a different secret with a super armor. And the super armor kind of compensates for the medkit too. And for the napalm, there's no compensation for that, just the shotgun holster trick, plus the voodoo doll combo. That's going to be our only thing that we're going to be using against Cerberus, if you go for the hard route, that is. Anyway, if you go for the easy route, burst through here, napalm launcher, medkit, up over here, and here comes curse door number 1. This can be an absolute run killer sometimes, but just go for it. I recommend just doing it from the front like this. But this door can be an absolute asshole sometimes. Anyway, once you've done that, here comes an easy clip. Thankfully, just turn on your jump boots, and the moment you drop down here, there's a life seed here. Let me just show that again in motion. I want to be quick here because there's a ton of Tommy gunners here. So just go here, literally stand in one place, and that's it. If I remember correctly, this life seed that you pick up here can sometimes get duped. While you're falling down here, you can actually just strafe midair to this door and open it up while this explosion happens, and then pick up the life seed. Anyway, pick the elevator, go down here. And here comes the infamous E3 M4 bar clip. There's 2 ways of doing it. There's a setup, an SR40 setup that you can use, but I'm not too confident it's too effective. It's better than nothing. There's sort of a setup for it, but usually you do this with a TNT. Yeah, it's not coming together. Wish I could hit it. Alright, come on. Let me just try to hit it somehow. No, it's just not coming together. But as you can see that from that little jitter there, that I'm almost clipping. It's just very difficult to get. But anyway, just let me give me a sec. Let me try it one more time in case I clip. But as you can see, it's really difficult. There we go, finally. There's this hellhound here that is going to be causing you issues if you go for the TNT trick. What you do is enable your jump boots so you take less damage. Ignore the hellhound. And just, well, just basically that. You just TNT boost off of the wall. All you need is basically the horizontal speed. It's kind of RNG. There's no, you know, magic lineup that, whoa, this is the lineup that you're gonna get it 100% of the time, because there isn't really. They just have to go for it. So this is definitely up there as a run killer, as you can see. As you can see, I'm suffering a lot with it. And given the fact that the hard route enables us to do one more trick... By the way, just run here and flip the switch, and then stand around here, because... Well, come on. There's a trigger here on the floor that actually opens up the door there. But that's the end of the level. I recommend going for the hard route in this case. This is not what I would recommend if you're a newcomer, but I just have to, given the fact that there's a lot more opportunity out of it, and also the fact that usually you're going to be starting with episode 3 because it's the worst one. But I'm going to have to show you, I feel like, E3M5 with this old route. There we go. Very good. Anyway, stand here, just run around here, and the door should open up. So, with the hard route, we would have remote bombs at this point, which would allow us to do the locked skip. But I'm going to show you anyway. So, E3M5, I'm going to burst through the window here, flip the switch, flip the other switch, oh, jump up, go through, and you have to wait in this scanning room sort of thing. Now this is the locked door. And funnily enough, we always thought that this is just a, well yeah, an auto-scroller and we can never go through it, but if you choose the hard route on the previous map, you can actually go through this door, which is unbelievable. Anyway, interesting mechanic about these doors here is that you can actually close them if you press them again. And here comes a clip. All you have to do is just stand here and then just move forward, and then you get clipped down here. Let me just go through that again. Put these two switches again. Go in here and just wait. Pay attention to this scanning thing, because it's going to be important for the heart trick that I'm going to show you. Anyway, kill off these zombies. Preferably don't take damage. Go through. What you want to do here is open the door and immediately flip it your way back. And if you choose the easy route, you can use your medkit here and pick up a fresh one like that. And here comes the crusher skip, like the crusher clip. This one's not simple because this conveyor belt is actually pushing you down, as you can see. What we want to do is turn on our jump boots, and we're going to be standing about here, here on the wall. We're going to be SR40 strafing into the wall. And what we want to make happen is to get crushed by this crusher here while getting, while having our jump boots on, and this is what happens. We get clipped up here. There's one more clip coming up, for which we have to use this door. Annoying thing is that there's a choking hand here that can annoy you, and there's also two Tommy gunners as well. If you're going for this route, I recommend picking up the remote bombs here, like the easy route. But even so, even if you go for the hard route, I can still recommend picking these remote bombs up. I usually don't pick them up, because I feel like I prefer using this door again, and then clipping immediately if I can get it, like that. But it's your choice if you go for this. Just be aware of the two Tommy gunners. And for this clip, you don't want to be moving too far forward. Like, because if you move like this, you get clipped back down here, or you get clipped to the other side of that door where you usually clip up. So for this one, if I move back, see, there's this door here, and if you move around while this is happening, you can clip back up here. And that's basically a soft lock. Or not a soft lock, but a huge ass time loss. So for this one, I just recommend just sitting in one place. like that. And basically that's it. I'm not sure if I want to show E3M6 yet. I think I'm not even going to, so let's just go back to E3M4, and I'm gonna show you now the hard way of doing E3M4 and E3M5. So, first through here, shoot this Tommy gunner so they don't annoy you. And when you make this clip here, well, if I can make the clip, there we go. Instead of running down there, you're gonna run down this corridor. TNT this hellhound if you can while on the move. So, wait, let's go back real quick. So, once you get the clip, cook a TNT and throw it in his face so he blows up like that. There's a zombie there on the hospital bed. He's gonna be quite annoying for this trick, but what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be clipping down to a key by using this curtain here on the wall. When you get in this room, there's some remote bombs here in the corner that you want to pick up before going for the curtain clip. And as you can see, this guy wakes up immediately. You can perform this clip without killing that guy, but it's quite rare that you're gonna get it first try. And the clip looks like that. Oh wow, wait, I don't have a save. Okay. Anyway, TNT, get the clip, cook it immediately, and blow up this hellhound. If you don't blow him up, he's gonna come into the room and gonna annoy you. But back to the clip. The clip happens on this part of the curtain, because that's the part that actually fits into the sector below us. This is another sector over sector clip, by the way. There's no real lineup for this. You just have to do this by feel and really have the experience with blood movement. Also, you can flip this wherever. Just like with those doors I've shown you on E3M5, you can just do this. If you're new, I recommend it that you let it fully close up and then open it out again. And then you want to line up with it in the front and then just leg it. You only have to hold W. You can also SR40 into it. It's kind of difficult. I don't recommend it. As you can see, I'm messing it up quite a bit. It's hard to get a lineup while you SR40. Way easier if you just hold W. And that's basically curtain clip for you. It saves, well, roughly 1 or 2 seconds compared to the easy route. But because on the easy route you have to pick up the Caleb, please. But because on the easy route, if you pick up the napalm plus the medkit plus the voodoo doll, that loses you 5 seconds. This one is like, yeah, like 5-6 seconds quicker. Anyway, pick up the key, go into the secret here, and pick up the voodoo doll and super armor. Okay? Then you can just flip the switch open, and you can just end the level. Now in our hands, oh yeah, the hellhound is going to annoy you here sometimes if you go for this route. Now we have 4 remote bombs, which is going to be useful for a few tricks coming up. So back to E3M5, flip the switch, pick out your remote bombs, and what we're going to do now is go for the log skipped. And for educational purposes, I'm going to kill off these 2 guys, and this guy too, I guess. Leave us alone. Alright, the first part of this clip, we're going to be clipping through this door here. Once you flip the switch, you're going to be sitting in this corner here. And pay attention to the jitter that happened there. Once the scanning thing starts moving and passes through the middle of the room, you see that little jitter that happens? Damn. There you go. What we want to do is with the combination of remote bombs that you place down here, once that jitter happens, we're going to blow up those remote bombs, and we're going to be using the speed from the remote bombs plus the jitter to actually propel us through the door. So I hope I can show that off, how that looks. Place down 2. And hopefully this works. Fortunately, I was too late with the explosion. You can place down 3 if you want to. And there you go, you're down here. This trick saves... Let's just time it. So I would have clipped there at like 28. Like 28 to 29 seconds with the timer. You can see we're sitting here. Still sitting here. We're already up to 10 seconds. Time saved. Come on, open up. 44 seconds. This trick alone, if you get it first try, saves 15 seconds. This is one of the reasons why I recommend going for the hard route in episode 3. Because not only you're going to be starting with episode 3, and you're going to be learning a lot, and you're going to have a shit ton of muscle memory for it, but it's the fact that stuff like these, and especially this trick itself, it's not too difficult, but it's pretty random when you're going to clip. And also the timing is tied to actually line it up. Like placing the TNTs. Actually going for it. It's not fully discovered yet. Also, I haven't shown you the lineup. Where you want to be looking is that there's this pixel here. There's this brown pixels here. And then there's this grayish one. You're going to be aiming down there completely. Okay? You're going to be aiming down completely and that pixel there. Okay. Get in the corner. There you go, you got the clip. As soon as you get the clip, you just proceed as normal. Also for these door clips, I haven't mentioned yet, but you have to turn on your jump boots. Naturally. Anyway, you go for the clip. Come on. Get the clip, kill the hellhound. Also, if you go for this trick, this little fella likes to actually close the door back on you. If you use 3 remote bombs for the locked clip, I recommend picking up the remote bombs in that room. But anyway, I think that's all covered for E3M5. Like I said, you're going to be practicing this a lot. You're going to have to practice this a lot. It's just too much. Anyway. Once you're finished with the level, or almost finished with the level, because you thought it's over, right? No, it's not. You want to turn on your jump boots here, and then exit the level, then turn off your jump boots immediately after entering the level. So this causes, like I've shown in the speed tech tutorial, this causes the glitched boots state. And with this state, we're not going to be taking fall damage, even though the jump boots are turned off. So, anyway, E3M6. Let's just move on. Pick up some shotgun ammo. If you're going for the hard route, you definitely need it. Want to head up here. And here, you can use the remote bombs to TNT boost up here. And also here as well. I think I've covered this on E2M2. Yes, I definitely have. You can use the remote bombs here to actually boost out of the dam water and onto the dam itself. And here comes a huge freaking boost. By the way, you can also use TNTs here. If you haven't picked up a single remote bomb, you can use TNTs here as well to boost out of the water the same way you do on E2M2. I think I'm gonna die here. Come on. Yep. It's pretty difficult, E3, because the HP management is so tight. Anyway, let's move on to the dam jump. Where to start? You know what? Let's first start off with a failsafe. The easiest strat here, basically. If you mess this up, there's some barrels down here that you can blow up. And the water level here is going to raise real soon. See, it's raising up. And then you can just head over to the exit. Also, if you're really sort of fucked, HP-wise, there's a medkit up here that you can take. Anyway, let's move back. I'm gonna hold on to these remote bombs as of now, because you can do this dam jump with remote bombs, but regular TNTs too. Oh, come on. Okay, there we go. Now we're up here. Remember that you have a medkit that you've picked up on the previous level. Let's go with the remote bombs first, because this one's easier. Since we've turned on our jump boots on the previous level and turned it off on this one, all you have to do is just go for the boost. You don't have to do anything with your jump boots. Unfortunately, this one's not easy. This is not an easy boost. You want to time it as late as you can, but you also want to avoid hitting your head on the skybox, otherwise you're going to get pushed down if you hit it too early. And you can also SR40 while doing this. If you're having a hard time doing this from the sledge here, you can use this sledge to boost. And it might be easier. There you go. You're down here. Just flip the totem. And that's E3M6. You can use TNTs as well. Okay, that was way too greedy. You can use TNTs as well. You can even use multiple TNTs if you want to. Let me just get it lined up. There we go. As you can see. There's no real trickery to this. You just have to do this by feel. And with a lot of practice, that feel will come. So yet again, practice, practice, practice. If you are hitting the skybox like that, and you're gonna fall down, that means you were too close to the explosion. That was unlucky. But if you're not making it, you were too far from the explosions like that. You're already falling down. This is why it's easier to do this with, oh, come on, with 3 remote bombs, because you get more explosion boost. And even if you hit your healing on your head on the ceiling, even then you're gonna be fine. Practice this one for sure, and let's move on to 3M7. Alright, Cerberus coming up. So, unfortunately I don't have a napalm launcher here, so if you don't mind, I'm just gonna give myself one. There's 2 ways of entering Cerberus's room here. The easy one is just dropping down here, and then throwing 2 TNTs under your feet. With turning on the jump boots. Once you're up here, you still have your jump boots on, and you're gonna fall down to this fella here. Now, if you have the napalm, while falling down here... Oh god. So while falling down... Come on. Mid-air, you can actually just use your voodoo doll like that. And once you're down here, if you have a napalm launcher, just try to go for direct hits. You can leave your jump boots on, and there you go. I use 6 napalm shots, and that's what you're gonna have if you pick up the napalm launcher. There's some... If you had trouble hitting Cerberus, which I don't think you will, honestly, but maybe let's say you missed your voodoo doll, Yeah. You can jump up here and take the napalm. Just the important thing to keep in mind, and where auto-aim is actually pretty useful here, is to just go for direct hits. Don't, like, shoot the wall next to him, otherwise he might not kill him. And the hard version is not jumping down here, and instead using just a single TNT off of this little slope here. It's quite difficult to get. You want to jump as late as possible with the jump boots on, so you get as much boost from the the TNT as possible. Once you're down here, if you don't have a napalm, you can just stand up and shotgun holster this fella. Keep in mind that if you do the shotgun holster trick and you mess up your holstering, because that can happen sometimes, Cerberus might shoot back at you, so definitely practice it and don't mess up your holstering, otherwise he's gonna mess you up. Anyway, drop down, voodoo doll, holster trick. There you go. Cerberus is finished. Oh, that was a lot to take in. Thankfully, episode 4 is the next one coming up. That's going to be way lighter than episode 3. And if you manage to get through this and you know most of the tricks, you're basically set with episode 3. Like, if you made through this whole tutorial, this whole part of the tutorial, you're a king, man. So I hope to see you running the game if you've made it this far. Anyway, that's it for episode 3. Episode 4 is coming up, and I hope to see you there. Let's finish this up. Cheers.